What's up, YC? Walter here, the technical co-founder of Zemployed, and this is our product demo. So here is our landing page. When you go to zemployed.com, you're greeted with a nice big sign up button. And when you click on that, you're prompted for your email and a password. We'll just put in demo stuff for right now, register, and it brings us to our universal profile, right? And this information we're collecting here is the information that you would have to repeatedly put in every single time you apply to a job. It gets really tedious. It takes like 15 minutes per application. And we kind of streamlined that. We simplified it. So we take everything that would be on a normal resume. We take references, previous work experience, the year, the employer, job title and description. And we take relevant courses, awards and honors. I'm an Eagle Scout. Hobbies and passions, anything else we'd like to share with future employers. And we also give them a chance to upload their resume. Filling out this whole thing takes maybe 5-10 minutes. And it's nice because Zemployed saves all that information to your profile. You can upload a headshot and normal resume. When we click submit, this brings us to our assessments page. And all of this will be linked with your individual profile. And so ideally on this assessments page, we're hoping to develop about 100, some amount where there's a large number of assessments that you can take. And our first assessment, to take the assessment, you just come to this assessments page, you click on one that looks interesting. We could have chess assessments, poker assessments, creative thinking assessments, detail oriented assessments to see, how much detail retention you have. The possibilities are endless, and this truly gets at what Zemployed is it's a method of us collecting data that can be used for useful insights for job placement, right? A lot of firms, they rely on web scraping, and I think that's invasive, and I'm personally against that. So I decided that, we should be making this with the user in mind. And so this doesn't take any personal information beyond the basic resume, and it solely just puts you in a bunch of different situations and sees how you would behave in them. And the goal of these assessments is there are no right or wrong answers. I mean, obviously on some of the technical assessments that we have, like if we put in a coding assessment or a spreadsheet assessment, obviously time or accuracy is going to be important, but the vast majority of these are going to be very open-ended questions. So we click on the personality assessment and you can see there's no real right or wrong answers for these, and this just is trying to get to know you as an applicant, right? And we have these nice little sliders, and obviously as an Eagle Scout, I'm always prepared. And so you go through and there's 50, and these are just very, very open-ended questions that are just trying to give us a good picture of who you are and who you're going to be as an employee and whether or not you'll fit in a certain work culture. And an easy way to do that is to give an array of these tests to already hired employees. When we onboard the firms, we say, hey, give these tests to 5-10 of your best employees, or, as many as you want. The more you give, the better of a picture we have of your company. And then we can compare their results and do some analysis on the results that the employees had and the results of the applicants. And we can see people that might line up well, people that might work and conducively work together with the already existing employees at the company. And so, you finish this out and we click submit, and all of that is saved to your profile. You only have to fill it out once, and we're brought to our jobs listings page. Obviously these are just some these are some dummy positions like, web developer for Zemployed, but this kind of gives you a feel for how easy it will be to apply to jobs with our site. All we have to do is click this button, apply now, and we're applied. We don't have to fill in the same information over and over again. We don't have to do the same assessments over and over again. All we have to do is click it, apply now, and we can view some requirements, benefits, and all that. And it's just very streamlined. It's easy to use for the people applying, and we're gaining valuable data that we can turn into insights for the employers. I saw a stat recently that the consensus among recruiters was 80%. 80% of the application process is evaluating fit. And that's what Zemployed has an emphasis on, is fit. And we figure if we can have a way to assess fit through our assessments, then not only will the firms be benefiting and getting more productive, better fitting employees that will stay at their companies longer, but we're also benefiting the applicants. We are allowing them to cast a super wide net and not feel like their time is being wasted. Because that was my biggest takeaway from the recruiting cycle is I felt like my time was being wasted. And nobody likes to feel like their time's being wasted. So here we got Zemployed.